Hi folks, welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2. In this episode, we need to decide where we're going to deliver the machines from the Cape Coral Machines factory, and we have lots of options. So without further ado, let's get started. But before we deal with the Cape Coral Machines factory, we've got some housekeeping matters to take care of. We got some stations that are getting overloaded. Let's go over to Memphis. So here we got a whole pile, 700 plus almost 800 logs piling up. So let's fix that. I'm going to clone this guy twice. And that should help us with our capacity issue, I hope, here at the Memphis forest. And the other thing it'll do is it'll bump up our plank production, I hope, as we need that for the machine factory. Back over to our station statistics. So that was Memphis. Now let's go down to Victoriaville and see what's happening down there. So here we got some grain piling up. So I think we can fix that one too. Click on that guy and we'll just clone him. Back over to station statistics, and I think we got one or two more we gotta fix. So back here we got a lot of coal piling up, a lot, over 800. So let's find that guy. I don't have to find him, but I like to see where they are. He's on his way back, and he's got a capacity of 360 coal. So maybe I'll just clone him once, and of course bump up the maintenance, and off he goes. And then just back to the stations here, I thought there was one more. I think there is down here at the Victoriaville transfer. Down here, we got a lot of iron piling up, and again, we're about 800. So for that guy there, we'll just clone him. And bump up the maintenance. And that should take care, I hope, of the housekeeping issues. So here we are back at the Cape Coral Machines factory. And in terms of consumers, we have quite a few options as to who we might start delivering these machines to. Now, just visually in terms of proximity, we've got Cape Coral, which is fairly close. We could actually use trucks to deliver from this area here, from a truck station, over to Cape Coral. That's one option. Another option is Greensboro. And if I just go down to Greensboro, I'll just get that out of the way for a second. I go down to Greensboro. An option here is to pull some train track off here, put in a cargo station, connect it back up. What's that going to do for us? Well, what we could do is take one of the steel trains that's heading that way to deliver steel, and on the way back, if it had box cars, it could load up with some machines and deliver them to Greensboro. So it wouldn't be going completely empty all the way on its return trip. That's another option. Couple more options are over here. One is the town of Everett, and the other is the town of Oklahoma City. Only downside is we might have to cross the water there, or maybe we could use that existing bridge, but that might be a little bit expensive. And the last option, which is actually the first on the list, is Oxnard, and it's way over here. Now the town of Oxford, it's a good distance from the factory, so we're going to get lots of money for making that delivery. And we already have a set of train tracks going right beside it. And we can probably use most of the existing system to get over to the machine factory with just a few junctions. So in terms of delivering machines, I'm going to choose the town of Oxford as a place to start. So I could put a cargo station in here, but it's a little tight, and I do want the city to be allowed to grow, and I of course want room for a nice truck station. So I think I'm going to build some road. So let's just plop some road in here, and that should help me out in terms of being able to place my train station. And for the train station, I'm going to go with two tracks, 160 meters in length, standard, and no catenary. And let's just plop this in. And right about there looks pretty good. Oh, maybe just over here. There we go. Now let's just turn things around a little bit and put in a truck station. I'll put them in there, a nice little spot. And this town's going to grow. And well, one of the reasons I had two platforms there is it's going to take both machines and goods. So every town takes 2 items, we know that. But let's reconfigure this while we have the chance. I'm going to go to cargo platforms. I'm going to basically make it as long as I can right now, because that town's going to grow and it's going to take up some space and might cost me a lot of money later if I want to make this thing bigger. That costs me, but I think it's worth doing it. And back to street access, and I'm going to put one there. I'm just going to connect a little road up there, nothing too big. It can only take 1 truck at a time. They don't come in at 2 at a time, so not much point making it any wider of a road connection. Alright, we got our road. And we'll plop in a road depot. And that should be good right about there. And of course, we're going to need a truck stop to deliver our goods. And I'm thinking maybe right in here. That should cover all the areas that need machines. And now we'll set up that truck line. Pretty straightforward. I'm going to full load all and let them stay for as long as they need to. And they're only going to be delivering machines to this truck stop at the truck station initially, but eventually there will be goods coming here. So for clarity right now, I'm just going to specify that it's only machines that they're going to be delivering. And they're going to unload nothing. And of course, they unload everything at Laurel Street. I'm going to buy some vehicles. I'm going to go with the Opel Blitz tarpaulin truck. It's got a top speed of 60 kilometers per hour and it takes all cargo types. I'm going to buy 6 of those. Pop up the maintenance and put it on line 1, which of course I need to rename. I always end up renaming the lines or naming them after the fact. And I've called it the Oxford machine trucks. There they are, dutifully waiting for a delivery. Now it's time to build some track. I'm going to go right through here. That's a little more curved than I wanted it. It could probably just go like that. And while this town is still small, I want to get this road out of there and put a bridge in. We're just going to take that road out and put a bridge in there while it's still very easy to do. And we'll just elevate him up. And maybe I can actually go with one that's got piers on it this time around. See if that works. It can go down. Okay, let's go back up because I might want to be able to put a road under there at some point in the future too. And then over here, just a little bit of more bulldozing. That looks pretty good. And I guess I better bulldoze a little bit more. And connect that back up. We got a nice bridge there that's going to last us for quite some time. And I guess what I should have done, given the proximity of the tracks, I probably should have gone with one that did not have piers. Or put the track on the other side, but let's just go with one that doesn't have piers. So let's try that again. Alright, we'll bump him back up and we'll pick the bridge and we'll go with that guy this time. And then hopefully I can just connect right up there. There we go, that's a little better. That gives us the space we need to build our tracks. I'm going to come through here like this. And I'm kind of bowing out just a little bit too much there. Might as well just start to make my connections here to the main track line. I want to make this a nice smooth connection if I can. Keep my train speeds up. There we go. I'm going to put a crossover in here. If I can squeeze one in, maybe I got to go back a little bit. There we go. So we'll have trains coming in on this line into the station, and then on the way, I want lots of room in case the train's going to be long, and on the way out, they'll kind of switch over there that way. So perhaps what I need is a signal, one-way signal right here just before the junction. There's one there. And I think what I'll do also is just before this junction here on this side, put in another one-way signal. And hopefully I got that right. Alright, we've got the cargo station connected to the main line. But we got to do another junction here. We want to connect to this set of tracks here, and then we're going to go down that way and on to the Cape Coral Machine Factory. We need another junction right in this area here, between this set of tracks and this set of tracks. Let's see if we can make that as smooth as possible. We'll come off there nice and gently. That's a pretty good connection. It'll keep our speeds up, but while I'm here, I don't like the placement of this particular signal right now. So that one there, I want to get out of there. So I'm going to take him out, and I'm going to move the signal back to just before the junction, which of course makes sense. Well, it does to me anyway. Alright, and we'll just place that guy right in there. Alright, back over to our tracks. We'll bring it over here. And one of the things I want to be cognizant of is elevation. There's certainly differences in elevation here, but it looks like as we're coming up, we're getting pretty close to the same elevation. Now I'm going to come over this way, and it won't let me do that. So I have to maybe come in a little bit tighter here. Why don't we keep going? Like that. And maybe I can swing over now and create the junction. We'll start way over here, try to make it nice and smooth. That has lower speeds than I hoped for. Can I smooth it out even more? Well, not much, not really. Okay, there's one. And there's the other. And I'll put a signal in here just in advance of that junction. And one just in advance of that one. So that should be covered. Now let's go down to the Cape Coral Machine Factory. So down here at the Cape Coral Machine Factory, I'm going to add some track. I'll have this guy go to, well, the delivery guy, I'm going to have him go to a different platform. And then we'll roll up here, and there is the crossover there. And I want to connect up to that, and it's being fussy. I connect there. That's ugly. Okay, maybe I gotta go a little tighter. And it's really being fussy. Alright, I'll take out a little bit of track, and we'll try this again. See if I can just connect up like that. In this case, I'm going to put a two-way signal in. So the train can go both ways, in and out of the station. And you can't have trains without a train depot, so let's plop one in a convenient spot. And for the moment, I really just need to connect them up to that third track. Just like that. And I'm pretty sure that stations act as their own set of signals, but just for clarity, I'm going to put a set of signals in there. Alright, now we'll set up our line. Of course, we'll start at Cape Coral West, where the machines are. And he's going to be on platform number 3, which should work out nicely. And now we got to go down to Oxnard. We're going to go down that set of tracks, then we're going to cut over, and then we're going to cut over again and go to Oxnard. That seemed to work out okay. And at Cape Coral West, I'm going to have a small train, I think, to start out with, so I'll full load all, let him stay forever. And just for clarity, he's going to be loading machines and unloading nothing. And when he gets to Oxnard, he'll just unload everything. Alright, let's go back to the Cape Coral Machine Factory. So as per usual, I'll name this line, and I forgot to do so. And I've called it the Cape Coral to Oxnard Machine Trains. So we'll buy ourselves a train, and let's see what we have available this time. So this time we have a larger train. We might as well go for the big boy. He's even called Big Boy. And this time around, we're going to need boxcars for the machines. I'm just going to start out with 10 boxcars at this point because my machine production is actually quite slow. Pop up the maintenance and put them on the Cape Coral to Oxnard machine trains. And here comes that new train. Go back over to station statistics, and I still have a couple of spots that are either poor or very poor. And I'm wondering if it's just because those trains haven't got there yet, or, oh no, Inglewood, we haven't done anything yet with that lately. Okay, there's another station that's overloaded. And cloning another train should help us there, which we just did. And what other problems do we have? Well, that was Inglewood we just dealt with. We still have Victoriaville East not cooperating. Let's go here and see what's going on. And I've cloned another train. Hopefully that'll help in the long run. I don't want to get too crazy with that. Then we have the same problem at the Victoriaville transfer still. I thought we fixed that, but maybe not. I still need another train, I guess. Alright, so hopefully that's going to help out with the overloading and will boost up our steel production. It's probably because I'm taking things from one location to a hub and then from a hub somewhere else. It's taking a long time for these changes to take effect. Let's go back to the Cape Coral Machine Factory. So at the Cape Coral Machine Factory, we've got quite the imbalance of input from steel and planks. We got lots of steel, but our planks are pretty low. And I'm hoping that the additional trains we added to the Memphis log forest will help us get that capacity more equalized. But right now, I got a problem which I didn't know I had. Got some trains bumping into each other. We got two trains that are kind of facing off here. And it looks like if I go farther down here, that's the reason why. So he's crossing the track and blocking the path. We'll just put a signal in there, and that did the job. Or did it? That's awful close. Let's just hit pause. I don't have a warning there, so I think I solved the problem, but what I might do is just move that up a little bit and make sure he's well out of the way. So we'll create a new junction here. And that'll allow that train to move ahead and really clear that pathway here. Alright, I think that's what I really needed. I mean, yeah, that train could make it here to this signal, but then he would have been stopped. I guess now I have the opposite problem there, but he'll be out of the way in just a few minutes. Well, folks, I think that's enough for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. We've accomplished a lot. We started delivering machines to the town of Oxnard. And we did some housekeeping fixes too. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to note them in the comments section below. Well, where do we go from here? Well, the answer to that question lies in the next video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you haven't done so already, smash that subscribe button below right now and click on the bell so you don't miss out on more great content. Click on that box in the bottom left-hand corner right now to see a video you're almost guaranteed to love. This video was selected just for you by YouTube, and they know what you like. So what are you waiting for? Click on that box now, sit back, relax, and enjoy another video.